Welcome, everybody, to the Genesis Mindset. And in today's episode, I'm going to talk about how the 34 felony charges against, against Donald Trump is still bullish for crypto. Two particular reasons why I believe that is. So, the very first reason is if you really think about the demographic of voters that voted for Donald Trump, these are people who are disillusioned with the status quo. These are people who said, this man is going to change the way things are. Everyone is disillusioned with politics. Everybody knows. They know in their heart politics is just a gigantic scam. It just represents corporate interests. Everybody knows this. We can't actually completely show with evidence. And if you kind of talk about this in the public, you get looked at like you're, into woo-woo and all these kind of things. But everybody knows politics is a load of BS, and it just represents corporate interests, and the people who are actually pulling the strings behind the politicians are the ones that are actually running the show. I'm not going to say it's the Illuminati or anything like this. If it is that, I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less about those things. I only care about how I can actually make the world a better place. What actually controls it now, I don't pay any attention to. And so I actually think this is very, very bullish, because in the United States Constitution, being a convicted felon there's nothing in the Constitution that prevents you from running for presidency. So I think he's still going to run for presidency, and I think he's going to use this to actually ramp up his target market, his target audience, and potentially win the 2024 election. Because at the end of the day, everyone in crypto, that's what we want. I don't care about politics. In the long run, this political system needs to disappear. It needs to be a completely new political system. Everyone keeps saying change the money, change the world. No, change the consciousness, then change the money, then change the world. If you just have the same self-centered, greedy consciousness that runs politics, that runs a financial system, we're just going to have exactly the same outcome. I don't care about what you say about how good crypto can be. It needs a new consciousness first. That's why I am so passionate about what I'm doing with this particular channel. So with that, I really do believe, and this is just conjecture, pure conjecture, but my hypothesis is this actually plays into his hand, and it actually is very, very bullish, because it's really going to appeal to his target market. The other reason why, even if he doesn't get elected as a president, I'm interested in the narratives of the Trump. So somebody's been calling this trumpeting. I had no idea. I'd seen his videos. I didn't even know he was talking about Trump. I thought he was talking about trumpets. I didn't watch any of the videos. And then I realized through one of his tweets, he was talking a lot about OMG. So Somi is obviously predicting these narratives because he's doing this 18 hours a day. And then something that I was looking up the other day just kind of triggered, Trump. And I represented it in a video when I thought this is a great narrative. And there has been one of those calls that's been a massive run. So obviously none of this is financial advice, none of it. So don't go and buy anything. I'm just showing you what I see in the charts as usual. So obviously OMG is at a ridiculous run, 2.8 million market cap. Orange Man good. So this is Tangang, and the power of this is, look at this run from that. It's had a big run, man. So it's had a massive run, 2.8 million market cap, fair launch, the whole liquidity setup, the V3 liquidity setup that the Tangang does, and how the Tangang really all gets around Too Spooky and his coins, and they all work together to pump their own bags and basically sell at they really work together basically to get these charts working as they do. And that's what I love about the Tang Gang. They're really trying to win together. So I have a lot of respect for the Tang Gang, because they really try to educate people and help them and all win together. And I really respect and admire them for that. So OMG has done ballistic. So I think there's more to this than just the Trump narrative. It's because of the Tang Gang that this has run so very hard. But just to show you that the Trump narrative is still electric. Now, there was this one the other day. So this, and I'm just going in order of market cap here. So this is one of my boys, Trump on Pulse Chain. So this is ticker Donald, Trump on Pulse Chain. And I was talking about it here. And please don't think, I'm some kind of genius. I think the very fact that I spoke about it and the liquidity was so freaking low, like it was less than 1,000, that in itself, people would have bought. So it's not like, I made this amazing call and I'm some kind of genius. Please don't think that. But I'm quite impressed that it's continued to run. And the beauty of this is this models off the Atropa ecosystem. So here we have the Tangang, and here we have the Atropa ecosystem. So V2, liquidity bonding. So it's doing all of these things. And so I'm still bullish on Trump because it's still 123 market cap. and it's 2.7 liquidity. So very, very low liquidity. It has good volume flowing through it. And it's got buy bots connected to it. So I'm still bullish on this for the long term. So yep, I did have some. I did sell a little bit. My strategy with all these memes is to sell as I go up because I'm sick of being dumped on. So I do need to sell a little bit, but lucky I'm just a little fish, so I don't actually affect the price that much. So that is Trump. Then if you go down, this is where it starts to get interesting. So Trump gold, somebody else brought this to my attention the other day. And just objectively speaking, unless there's another one, I'm actually not, I don't want to FUD it. But I'm kind of hoping there's another one because, yeah, unless I pulled up the wrong kind of, there might be a better one. So this is V3. Let's see if we can find a better one. So this is going to be, again, a good lesson for everyone. So I'm quite sure. Yeah, 1.2K liquidity, 11 liquidity with 15. Let's go to this one. So I've done the V2. Let's have a look what it looks like on V2. Yeah, it's still kind of the same, man. So yeah, like the chart doesn't look that good. The volume has really died. No action on the 6 hour, no action on the 1 hour, no action on the 0%. So even on the back of the whole Trump thing, this didn't even move. I'm not sure if this moved on the back of the whole Trump thing. It might have. I know that some of my boys in some of my group chats were talking about whoever made this call, thank you very much. And I was like, hey, oh, that was me. Again, not a genius, not a call guy or anything like that. So don't look at my things. I mean, I've called a few things, but it's, I mean, there's also tons that I get wrong as well. So, okay, Trump. Now, the reason why I think this is why I actually think the Trump narrative is still a mega bullish narrative, despite this whole felony thing. And this felony thing actually plays into it. So obviously, one of the first things I did was I went to base chain just to see what was going on there. So I kind of check it around about this time just to see if the European market is leading into the US market, to see if there's any movers that are coming up into the trending that I can ride the back of the momentum. And I saw like 3 or 4 Trump things and I just had to laugh. And I was like, oh, good old base chain. And then when I was preparing this video, I also saw tons. So, okay, so this is an old one. So I saw, I'll close this one. So Trump WWE. So he's obviously still a very popular figure, but this is, yeah, I mean, this is essentially dead. It's got an $8 market cap, so that's dead. But I'm just showing you this is what it's like. So you still have to get lucky. It's all about the luck of the draw as well. So I'm just going to close some of these so I can get a little bit closer into these. Now, Trump here, this was launched today. So this was, yesterday. This was launched yesterday. So S Trump, Super Trump, pump, dump. This one was launched today after the felony charges. So again, just like Somi said, culture is getting imprinted on the blockchain. So we had this do a little pump. So the market cap at the moment is 89K. We had this Trump, another one, 511 market cap. So this was also launched. Was this launched today? I'm pretty sure all these ones were launched today. Oh no, this was the 25th. So this was launched a few days ago, but it had a pump. Look at the pump that it had today. So it was launched a few days ago. I mean, this is ridiculous. This is crypto. This is crypto. This is why it's just so freaking awesome. So it was like doing nothing and it was dead. And then all of a sudden, just because Trump got convicted of 34 charges, and it did, oh my God, it did nearly like a 700x. So it's done over a 700x. I mean, that's, sorry. I always have to double check this. It's take away 2 zeros, isn't it? So, I mean, that is freaking insane, man. So it's done well, I mean, it really depends where you measure it from, which candle you measure it from. It's just ridiculous. It's absurd. Let's actually do this properly just to see this. I mean, that's 500,000 market cap in a day. That's absurd. That is so ridiculous. So let's have a look at this. Let's get I'm just going to go from the very bottom here. By the way, if you hold control, it will magnetize to the different points, like wicks. Bro, so okay, from the very bottom there. So basically it's done. You know, that's just silly. That's some big numbers. So 5,200%. So wow, I mean, the liquidity is tiny though. The liquidity is $142 and $775. So this is one where obviously, yeah, probably people have been playing games, and this is an interesting little lesson with liquidity. Access shows this kind of lesson a lot on his chart with his Access token. You got Trump TG. This was launched today. So let's bring this to the 5 minutes. So that, well, I mean, what was this? This looks very much like, didn't really do anything. Trump jail. So these tokens are all just getting launched because of Trump, because of news of Trump. So what does that tell me? So $67 market cap. I mean, there's nothing in these. There's really nothing. $1,000. There's nothing in them. But that's beside the point. The point is, I still believe in the Trump narrative. And if any kind of news that surrounds this, potentially there could be a pump in these coins. So that is what I'm actually buying these coins for those pumps when they actually do come. If he goes and fights it and it gets overturned, they're going to pump. If he has a great speech and he owns Biden, they're going to pump. If he wins the 2024 election, they're going to pump. So this is why it's like, okay, for me, the best potential one out of that, simply based on the market cap, is probably, if we go back into it, the best potential ones on this one is going to be, I bloody closed it. Hold on a minute. Reopen. Come on, reopen. Damn it. All right. So yeah, OMG, it's fat at the moment. It's 2.9 or 2.7 market cap. So it's dropped by 200K market cap. So this is, I wouldn't be buying OMG just yet. I'd at least wait for a nice dip. I mean, it looks like it's starting to dip. No matter what with these charts, there's always going to be dumpers. No matter what. I don't care what anyone says. It doesn't matter about the tokenomics and the culture and the community. There's always going to be dumps. And it depends how far down it's going to go. This is hard to tell because on the daily, if we take it to the 4 hour, like where could be, okay, all right. So if you kind of draw, this is a key kind of level here, right here as well. This is another key level where it wicks down and bounced back up, but it's looking like it's, I mean, this is classic charts. This is what Bitcoin did on a much larger scale. It goes up, it comes down, and then it goes back up. People are like, yeah, I'm going to buy these dips, and then it comes back up, and then people who couldn't sell here start selling down, and it comes down. And you know what? There's a pretty good chance that it's probably going to go down here, potentially even down here. And then it will start bouncing back. So what have you got there? So here you've got, you've got go away. You've got almost a 50% dip. So that's when if it was me, that's when I'd start to look at my first entry. Oh man, so yeah, getting to about a 70% dip. If you're really lucky, it's going to come all the way down here, but I don't really see that. The Tangang tokens don't really dip 90%. So that's 95%. I don't really see that. So I'd be looking at this. I'd be looking at this kind of 50% dip, and I'd be looking to accumulate there. This is to USD. This is not to Pulse Chain. So I wouldn't be buying this token, but I'd still want to accumulate it for the narrative. Having said that, the OMG is not reacting to the narrative like the other Trump tokens. That's an interesting thing to keep in mind, but it's still awesome because it's liquidity bonded in the way that the Tangang do their liquidity bonding. S-Trump is too risky. It looks to me like a pump and dump and looks like it's basically dead. And then the rest of them, this is also, yeah, I mean, simply because it was launched today on the back of this narrative, I don't see it having longevity. I see it rugging. So the best one is going to be, in my opinion, and I have to tell you, this is just my opinion, and I have to tell you, I do actually own this one, but I own it because I actually believe that it has the best potential based on the liquidity setup and the market cap. That's what I actually believe. So again, I do own this token. So don't go and buy it. This is not financial advice. Don't buy my bags. Don't pump my bags. This is just me telling you this is what I believe in. And I think this has got the highest upside potential because of the market cap, and people are buying into it and people are starting to like it, and it's liquidity bonded. So that's that Trump. That's the one that I'd be looking to buy, but I wouldn't be looking to buy it now. I would not be looking to buy it now. I'd again be looking and waiting for some kind of a dip. So we had a pump. Let's have a look what kind of dip we had here. So, okay, yeah, this is doing the same thing as OMG. So let's take this to the hour. And again, just full caveat, I'm not a TA guy. Like I do enjoy this stuff, and I feel like I'm pretty decent at it, but I'm not, I'm not someone that I would say, oh, I'm a TA guy. So please just keep that in mind. I mean, this here is a massive level. You had a wick here. It basically broke through, then came back down, wicked here, then broke through it, smashed through it. So it looks like if I was looking at buying this, and I would be looking to buy my first buy around here. Again, not financial advice. So you're getting the 50% dip. It could come all the way down to here as well, where it's 70 to 80% dip. And it's like, yep, that's what I would want. But again, it's still super risky. But the fact that it's liquidity bonded, there's buy bots, it has life in it. And that's the main thing. It has life. So it's connected with other types of tokens. So it's got the arbitrage bots, which are working to pull it up, and all the liquidity bonding. So that's what actually makes me interested in it as well, as opposed to the others. The others don't seem to have it. They seem far too risky because they're only a day old. So that's the one that I'd be looking at. And I'd be looking at OMG after a nice little dip. But of course, the highest upside potential is the one with the lowest market cap. So that's the ones that I like to go for. But that's what I do with my meme / degenerate kind of portfolio style. Try to get them early and get them long. So with that, I still think I'm bullish for Trump, and I still hope he wins the 2024 election, because if it's Trump, if it's Biden, who really cares? America's still going to go to war. They're still going to shit in everybody else's backyard, and things are going to keep moving the way that they are. And the financial system's going to continue to strangle anyone. So who really gives a shit? Take care.